Hi guys, I'm back. It's Sally. I'm back to do the third video on this simple little book. I don't know why it's taking me so long, but I'm kind of doing a work along with me, craft with me sort of a thing. So now I'm going to be decorating this little flip journal, file folder flip journal. So the first thing I think I'm going to do is glue the pocket so that it becomes a pocket and I can stick something in there. So to do that, you remember that here's where we were. This was the file folder and the way it looks. And when you fold this up and you fold this up, and then when you push the middle section together, it can make a pocket. So I need to put glue here on the edge and the bottom to make it a pocket. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to get the other things out of the way, and I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. I'm doing that because it dries quickly and grabs good, and that's nice for when I'm trying to hurry things along for a video. So I'm going to do the sides, just a little bit on both sides, and then the bottom. And since this side is already together, I don't have to glue that side. Normally when you make a pocket, you glue 3 sides and leave the top open, or the side open, one or the other. So here we go. I'm just going to put these together. I'm going to put a clip on there for a few seconds. Well, a few minutes, we'll say. I think I'd like to also put one here on the bottom just to hold that. If I can get this little one on there, I will, just to hold that together. Okay. And while I'm waiting on that to glue together, I'm going to show you this. You know, when you open up the file folder that you've folded and fixed, this is the way we had it, and we cut out this bottom section, and this is what was cut from it, this little bottom section. And so I ask you to save this, set it aside, because it will become the little booklet that you can slip into the pocket, slip into this pocket. So it's obviously too large because this is the size of the pocket, and so you need to cut it down for your little booklet. And I've already done that for this book. I cut it down a little bit. Well, actually I cut this one down almost too much, but that's okay, it'll still work. And then I glued my paper on the back that I wanted the book to have as its cover. And you can see that it's just a little bit larger on each side so that it can fold over the edges. And so here we go. So now I'm going to show you how I really do cut the sides. You know, in other places, on other videos, I have done the little circle cut and this and that at the corner, but when there is a right-hand corner, you can actually miter the corner by cutting it off at a slant, just all the way across. Now I am not cutting right up to the folder, to the file folder. I have left a hair, just a hair over, not even the thickness of the file folder, about the thickness of the file folder. In fact, this one is not cut quite enough. And so that way, when you fold it in and you fold the other side in, it becomes a true mitered corner. Okay, so I've cut these sides. I'm going to cut this one more time. Just going to cut very close but not up against the file folder. Okay, and so then I'm ready to glue that down. You can use any kind of glue for this. This is paper on paper, so you know, paper on cardstock, so you don't have to have Fabri-Tac, but that's what I'm using because it's quick and easy, and that's what I'm looking for when I'm videoing. Okay, and so I'm going to fold that in along the side, both sides, and then this side, and that just miters the corners beautifully. This one was a little crooked, so I'm going to pull and push that to try to get it to close up a little bit more. Oh, see the Band-Aid on my thumb? Do you know, in all these years of making journals and doing art, mixed media art and assemblages, etc., I've never had a paper cut. Well, I got a paper cut on my thumb. Oh my gosh, I forgot how much that hurts. And it hurts all the time. And it throbs and it won't get well, especially on your thumb. So, anywho. Now, for the inside of this little booklet, I have picked this pink, it's actually avocado dyed paper, and I have picked it to be the size just to show a little bit of the edge after I glue it on. That'll be the inside of the book. But what I've done is it actually goes this way. And I have chosen, well, it actually goes this way. And I have chosen a little piece of tablet paper to go on the inside of it. And what I do is I staple it together. Whatever I want to put together in the middle of the book, I staple it together first. And then when I glue this down, then everything's already attached. So I did want to show you this little, I've used Tim Holtz little tiny attacher to put this little tiny staple in here. And I had to fold this up because this is not quite long enough to reach over there. So I fold it up a little bit. I roll it up. I don't fold it. I roll it up and stick it in there and then do my little staple. And that's that. And then I try to straighten it out as much as I can. And then I'm ready to glue it on. So let's get some glue on it. Let me find something to use. I think I'm going to use a glue stick for this, if I have enough left in my glue stick. I'm just going to stick it on with a glue stick, because it's paper to paper. It's going to work. La, 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 la. I love to sing or whistle, or you guys, poor things, have to listen to whatever it is I'm doing, don't you? Maybe I could just be kind of quiet. Maybe we could have some quiet time while I'm putting glue stick on. You shouldn't have to watch all this. You know how to glue things. Whoops, lost the glue stick. Okay, so now let's do this inside here. Let's get rid of the glue area. Oh, well, way to go, Sally. Okay. And let's just put this on and pull it up just to show a little of that cover along the edge. Uh-oh. And then we have the inside all folded up and it's ready to be decorated with whatever. I think I had decided to put a little pocket on the back. Let me see here. I think I decided to put this as a little tuck spot on the back. So I'm going to put glue on two sides of this. That's the top. I don't want glue here and I don't want glue here. So I'm going to put my fingers there so I can't put the glue there. So I'm going to put glue across the bottom and up the side. A little ways up this side too, but not far. Okay, then I'm going to put the little pocket on, little tuck spot. There we go. Let's wipe the extra glue off. Wipe off the extra glue. I get glue everywhere. What is wrong with me? I am the unglue queen. or the glue queen or something. I don't know. Anyway, here we go. Okay, and then I think I had a little, yeah, here we go. Here's a little tag. I really should punch a hole in this and put a ribbon through it. If I can find my puncher right quick, I'll do that. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to put this right in the middle. I'm going to put this right, hello. Oh, no wonder. Okay. I'm going to put it like right there in the middle. Punch. And I have a little tiny hole. So I'll put a ribbon in it in a little bit. I don't have a ribbon out here right now, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick that right in there. And then you can still journal on that page. And I'll probably put a sticker of some kind here or a rubber stamp or something. I'll decide that later on. But I have this much of the booklet. Now, I didn't pull out, I'll do that in a little bit. I'll pull out the paper for the corners and the spine. But I just wanted to do that much while we were waiting for this glue to kind of set up a little bit. So, here we go. Now we have a pocket. And our little book will fit right in. Okay? Very good. All right. So, now let's get on with it. The decorating of the book. I had decided to put this little pocket. I made the pocket ahead of time. I just cut it out of the kit paper, not kit, but the tablet that I'm using. The little, this one was from the Old World Winter pad. And then I sewed around it just to be a fake stitch, to look like it was stitched on, okay? But I didn't have to stitch the book. And then I just put this little sticker on here and some cheesecloth. So here we go. I'll make a little pocket out of that by putting glue where the stitches are. There we go. And stick it right on. And then I have selected, I think there's a little extra glue on there. For now, I'm leaving the tails on the sewing, the thread from the sewing. I'm leaving it for right now. I may cut it off later, but some people like them hanging there, so makes it look a little grungier. And I have decided to use this little booklet. This came from the Stamperia Pink Christmas pad, the miniature pad. And did I show you guys that? This is the little miniature pad. Stamperia Pink Christmas scrapbooking cards. And it's a nice little pad of large and small. There goes my thumb again. Let me do it this way. Nice pad of large cards, and then in the back are these smaller ones. Well, hello. The smaller ones then have, like Santa here, you can rip that out and fold it, and it becomes a little card, like this one. And so I folded it, and now I have a little place to write my information or my hello note or whatever I want to write on it to the person that receives this book. And I slip that right in there. Now I will probably ink up edges on lots of things after I've decorated and see, what I want to do. Now, what I've selected for this page, I love this paper, so I don't really want to cover it up. So I'm going to put this little piece of marbled paper. Now, what you do is just cut you a rectangle, fold it to a point right in the middle, and that makes a pocket on this side and on this side. So this is my little pocket centerpiece. So I'm going to glue this on by just putting glue along the edges here, the folds, which is right where I want it glued, just right along the fold. Oh, I'm not even in the picture, am I? I'm just putting it right along the fold here and here. Okay? And then I'm going to slip it on and pull it down tight and hope it leaves. Oh, I'm going to have to fold. I'm going to have to put glue here too. I forgot, of course, because it's the ends have to be glued together. So I'll put a little bit of glue here and get that glued down. Okay. So now I want to be sure that I've left this pocket open and see what I can put in there. See if this will, see, it's coming out. It's gluing down and I don't want it to do that. So you get the glue off of that. I have to get the glue off. Get the glue off of there. Okay. And fold it down. Okay, now let's see if I can get this in there yet. Okay, I'm just kind of getting that glue loose in there. Because if I glue the card in, then that's a problem. Okay, and so what I plan to do on here, I'm going to use this little piece of, this little spot that came out of, this also came out of the pad. This little circle. And I'm going to use it to cover up where the corner came together there. I'll show you just a sec. Okay, I'm going to use this right here. I'm going to let the Happy Christmas be this way. Uh-oh, I put too much glue on there. I forgot to put glue on this side too, so let's see if I can get some of that off. Get that off. I don't want it to glue down. I just want it to be here, but not glued down. And I don't want that glued down either, so I'm having to make sure that's still loose in there. And this is the card that I'm going to put in there. Okay. All right, so I've got that, and then I'm going to put these little cards in here. Just this little journaling cards, do not open till Christmas. These I got at, I think I got these at Tuesday morning. Some little pack of little journaling cards. Okay, so let's flip this page down now and see what we have to decorate these edges. Okay, at the top here, I want to put, it's kind of hard to do with this Band-Aid on. All right, I have put, well, I put tissue on the back of this so you could journal over it. I put gesso, or maybe that could be titanium white golden acrylic on the front along, and then I drew lines with a colored pencil so you could journal on it. And then I've got this little piece of tissue that I want to put over the top, which you should, just to give some more journaling space. You can also journal on it. You can journal on that, and you really could journal on this too, especially if you did a little bit of gesso or white acrylic on there. Okay, so to put this down, I'm going to use this little trim that I got from the old winter scrapbook paper pad, and they have a page of strips of color and different strips and so forth. So I cut out a little bit of it, and I'm going to glue this on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue the top of it and I even put a little mark, Sally, where you wanted to put it, girl. And here you are putting it too far over. So I put the glue almost all the way, but just enough to go on the tablet. So this is going to go right here. Whoops. Right on here, on this side of that little strip. I'm going to try to dab off some of this extra glue. Okay, and then I think the next one will go. I think I'll do this with the glue stick so it won't be so messy. No, I'm not, because I can get more detailed and strategic with my glue if I just put it here. So I'm going to put this here. And I'm going to put my little card down, hoping you can see all of this. Wipe off the extra glue. And then I'm going to put glue on the top of this. Just the top, not the edges. Just the top. So that I can glue it on here. And I want it about right here. So I'm going to glue the top down. Now I just put glue on the red area, on the back of the red area, so that the rest of it would flip up. And then I can see that this white shows, so I'm going to have to do some inking of that or coloring of it or something, so it won't be white. I don't want it to be white. Okay, but then so there is your little journaling spot for that one. Then down here I'm going to put this little journaling piece, and I have made two sides to it so that, and I'm going to put it on photo corners so that you can pull it out if you want to write on it. Or you can just write on it like it is. These photo corners, I just kind of wanted to show you. Come on, what's the problem here? Why won't it go all the way down? Okay, these photo corners are white. And I got them white so that I could color them whatever color I want to. And so I'm using, let me get this to put this on. Using this green Distress ink. It is peeled paint. And that's what I'm going to use on there. And I'm just going to give it a little color. Just give it a little color inside and out. And then I decided that was a little too yellow. So I switched to Forest Moss. And I don't have a little pad for that, so I'm going to have to just use a little piece of tissue. So I just got some on there and just kind of highlighted it. Just highlighted it, which makes it look grungy and also just gives it a little dimension. Oh, it's all in the details, isn't it? So then I need to put a little, I could just lick this, but for good measure, I'm going to put a little glue on it. Well, actually, let's put it on first. Let's put it on. Okay, and then turn it over, and we'll put a little glue on all of them. Little dot of glue here, a little dot here, a little dot here, and a little dot here, and wipe the excess off of the card. Those are little strings that came along. Okay, and pull these on tight, and hope they don't move when you flip it over and put it down right where you want it. And just glue the 4 little dots. And that way, get the top of my glue. That way, you can pull it out. You can pull this little, oh, I didn't let it sit long enough. Hello, get it back on there. I just get in a rush, don't I? I get in a big old rush. I mean, it's fast grab, but come on, give me a break. Make sure the corners are on real snug. I like them to be right up against the card. There we go. Now we'll come back and I'll pull that out after it sets up a bit. Okay, let's see. While I've got this ink out, I think I'll ink up the back of this. I just don't like it being stark white. I don't mind if it's light colored, but I just didn't want it to be stark white. Okay. There we have it sticking to my little, oops. There we go. All right. So now we have all of these pages done and this one. And I've already put a little, it's a little picture from a strip that came out of that old winter book, old winter scrapbooking pad. And so I put a little cheesecloth under it. It's a little picture of Santa with a tree on his back. And then what I have done, if I can find it, is, well, where is it? I don't know. Oh, there it is. Okay. I took a Christmas card. This was a Christmas card. Now, I've cut a little piece out of the middle of it so it doesn't exactly go together. But you can see it was 4 little birds, and it said Christmas greetings. Probably had a little piece in there about like that had the beak of that bird on it, and I had to cut it off a little bit. But so it was a Christmas card. It opened up like this and said whatever it said, Happy Holidays. So I cut it off so that I'm only using this part of it, and then I just put some ledger paper inside and on the back, and I put some little snowflakes on the back so that you could use it for journaling. And what I'm going to do is slip it onto here with a little, now I'm slipping it on this side so it covers up this little piece. I just like to surprise you when you open the book and then you see this, and then you see the clip is going to be on here, and so you take the clip off and then you have another little surprise, and you can journal all in here. So when you flip this down, you can also journal here, or you can take it off and journal it this way and then put it back on. This is another place to journal. It just has some little stickers on it. So I sort of did that page. It has little stickers. I sort of did that page, without you, but so forgive me, but I think it's pretty self-explanatory. You don't have to watch me do it. Okay, and I'm putting it over here on the corner so you can see the little birds. All right, so good. So now, so far so good. We have this page to go. Now, what are we doing on this page? Do we have something for this page? Surely I do. What would it have been? Oh, I know. I was going to just put some white, what you call this stuff? Acrylic paint. I'm having trouble with my words now. I can't open it, of course, so I'm going to have to what? I'm going to have to get something to make that tube open, and I think it's going to have to be some pliers. Just a minute. Let me grab my pliers so that I can get that open. Sorry about that. Okay. Pull that open. There we are. Now, again, I'm just going to use a little piece of paper towel to do this. It's coming out. It's coming out. So, I'm not going to use a brush, or you can use anything you want to. And it just depends on what you want to do. I'm going to use a little piece of paper towel. Just going to rub it up here. See if I can make that paint quit coming out. Going to put this here. Going to put the top on it so it'll quit coming out. Okay. And then I'm going to actually just put this over here for a minute so that I don't have to use it all at once. Can you see that? Maybe. Yeah, you can. Okay. And so I'm just going to start rubbing it in the middle, pulling it down to be as light as you want it, as see-through as you want it. And I'm just doing this so you can journal on this page with a dark pen. And then, I think what I'd like to do, if I can find it, is put a little piece of, I thought I had a little piece of tissue paper, a little piece of tissue, but maybe I didn't. Let's see what else I have on here. No. Okay, hang on. I'm going to grab my tissue. Didn't get that out either. Sorry about that. Let me see if I can find it. I just saw it. Yep, here we go. Okay. Just going to get a little piece of this Christmas tissue. I don't even know where I got this. But it's a large sheet of tissue paper, and I'm just going to tear off a little corner of it. Alrighty, here's a little corner piece of it. I'm going to tear it down the side, tear it across the bottom. I think I'm going to put that on here. Yeah, I think I like that. No, you know what? I changed my mind. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rubber stamp that. I'm going to put a little rubber stamp, and I don't have that out, and I don't quickly know where it is, but it's a little snowman stamp, and I'm going to stamp it on the corner, and then I'm going to use, I got my I may have to pause the video a second while I get my stuff together. I think I'll do that. Hang on. Okay, I found it. All right, let's start. Now, I put a little bit more acrylic on there because it was a little too light, so that you can really write across it. And now I'm going to use this little rubber stamp from Santa Rosa. It's just a little snowman. I'm going to use Colorbox. This is an old Colorbox acid-free eggshell white pigment stamp pad. I'm not sure they even make it anymore. It's really old, and I'm not sure it's even going to work, actually. So I'm going to do my best here. And if it doesn't work, then that's okay. I'll go over it with a white pencil or something, but let me try to get it on there. Little snowman up in the corner. I know you're supposed to hold it on for about 5 seconds when you rubber stamp. Give the ink time to transfer to the paper. And then, yeah, he's a little light, so I'll probably go over him a little bit. But when he dries with a colored pencil. Meanwhile, I'm going to use this little snow marker. Oh gosh, I've got white paint everywhere. Everywhere. Goodness gracious. Let me get that. I must have drug it through the through that glob of white paint I had on there. Oh, you know, leave it to me. I'm going to have white everywhere. Paint everywhere. Ink everywhere. Whatever. All right. So, now, this is a snow marker, and if I don't have any more ink over here, snow marker for paper and fabric, and it's by Marvy, and I got it at Hobby Lobby, and it puffs up. It puffs up with an embossing heat tool. So I'm going to take the little thing out of here, maybe, shake it up, and then put me some little dots of snow around, particularly, oh goodness gracious, that's too big. Okay, maybe this isn't going to work, whatever. Oh, I just put the whole thing out. Okay, now, let's see about putting some dots of snow on here. Maybe I'll go over him with it. All right. Okay, now let's see how this puffs up. If it puffs up. This is my heat gun. Try it with a heat gun and see if it'll puff up. Yeah, it's puffing. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it. Maybe I can pull it up a little closer to the camera. It's kind of grunging up. I guess I needed bigger dots. That was a good one. Those are puffing up good. I guess I'll have to get them really hot. Those were really tiny on this side. Let's puff up the snow a little bit in the snowman. Oh yeah, oh I like him all puffed up. Cool. Very awesome. All right, I like that. That's neato, Torpedo. So, there you have the little snow page, and I'm going to let that sit a bit, because I think I've done everything except inking the pages. And so I think what I'll do now is stop here, because otherwise this video is going to get too long. And I'll do the little, decorate the little, I'll make the little, you know, ledger, the mini ledger, and also decorate the covers in the next and last video. Okay, so see you then. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.